All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our final match of the night. We do have a very exciting match here for you today. It's going to cap it off in honor of for the rest of the wild card here as well. We've got an exciting match between the Shadow versus the Sharks. The Shadow currently sitting at 32 and 23, whereas the Sharks sitting at 28 and 27. So for both of these teams, both sitting just on the cusp of taking the division lead. The Shadow only 4 games back behind the Pandas, whereas the Sharks sit 8 games back. Shadow just trying to hold on to their own wild card position here right now. And of course, let's not forget, my name is Wolf Alone. I'm joined today by the real Mobegs. Mobegs, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Happy to be back for this last game. Like you were saying, this game definitely, again, has some playoff implications. Shadow sitting pretty comfortably in a wild card spot. Might have gotten shaken up just a bit from our previous game, as the Bulls are definitely going to be looking to move up, and the Dodgers looking to take up space down below potentially. The Sharks sitting just outside of those two. They're definitely going to be looking to get this game win here. They are in a bit of a different look tonight that we have not seen. According to my notes here, I'm sorry, it's actually the Shadow that are with a little bit of a different look. The players Void and Lightning haven't played together before tonight, so they are definitely going to be looking to develop some chemistry on the fly as we get into this first game. We'll see how they do.
Very much so, and especially for the Sharks, getting any game back against the Shadow and the Flames. Currently, the Shadow and Flames, both teams that hold the other 2 wildcard positions besides the Bulls. So getting any games back on them, especially directly here against the Shadow, will be clutch. But as we do get a kickoff, Kismet picks up an early save. He's going to be able to push this ball out as Hobo gets a flick past 1, not past 2. He will find that near post, though, and finds the opening goal of this series.
Yeah, Shadow with a bit of mechanical prowess there. Gets the flick over 1 and able to just find the touch on the far side of the ball to slot that one in past 1 defender and the post.
And a good job there coming out from Hobo. Looking to try and get back into this wild card race against this one of their fellow division mates. Now Kismet fakes out Void. He could have a shot attempt. That's going to be out center. Double commit by the Sharks could result in an open net. Lightning hard touch though. He's not going to be able to control that, and Kismet comes back with the save. Kismet now the other way. Pass over to Hobo. Hobo shot towards net, high and wide. As Lightning now going to be able to control this as he looks to misses out on that mid boost though, thanks to Hobo taking it. Hobo picks up a save. Void trying to get this out center. Cleared out once again. Lightning can only but back it out here. As now ball going center, cleared out and away. And as we're past the first minute, still a 1-0 game. Good little Cuxer pinch coming there, coming out from the Shadow, but read well by the Sharks.
Yeah, pace of play here in this first game is a lot quicker than I was expecting, especially after watching the last game. These players are kind of all over both sides of the field. Not a lot of goals being scored, but a lot of opportunities being had and a lot of defense being shown.
Definitely, and a lot of speed being shown, but necessarily speed isn't always the best thing if you're missing the ball and missing your chances. And so far, only really 1 major chance, and that was the Sharks getting that goal. So far, as we've got 3:10 remaining here on the clock. Lightning going to be able to control it, gets a pass out center, but Void waiting behind him won't be able to capitalize. Now Hobo looking for the block here, but Void gets the save, drops down to Lightning. Lightning with a flick gets broken up by Kismet. Shot on target, saved away by Hobo. And now Hobo looking to try and beat it. Lightning off the respawn will get the touch. He's got a shot attempt here. The ball's out center. Void with another shot, puts it high though. Good demo, keeps the pressure on against the Sharks as we are crossing into halftime. Void just gonna let that go all the way back to his corner. No danger there, but he will get met by Hobo as Hobo puts that out center. Lightning misses out on the touch, but Kismet's already backed off. And Void gets slowed down by Hobo, but made the save just in time, and he's got possession, pushing this up the field. Shadow still need a goal, is down by 1, could be down by 2 as Hobo finds the far post. And that's 2 goals to the Sharks.
Yeah, 2 goals to the Sharks and 2 goals to Hobo. He seems to be in the right place at the right time. Gets a timely bump there on, I believe, Void, and then is able to follow up and get the shot on target. They have a 2-goal lead.
2-goal lead, and it could provide lethal as the Shadow, not very many quality chances yet so far. As Hobo fakes it underneath Void, but Lightning gets the save. Kismet now up for the follow-up, puts a shot down. Right at Lightning, though, and he'll get the clear. Shadow caught a little bit off guards. They do pick up a save there, but it allows the pressure for the Sharks to continue. And Hobo will come streaking back in and find himself a hat trick.
And I think we're seeing a little bit of communication issue. Lightning and Void having not played a game, especially a game on stream together before, seeing that ball just goes right in over their heads as they're both caught just staring at it on their goal line.
Very much so. And right now, the Sharks seem to be looking very calm and collected, whereas the Shadow, new roster pairing as we did mention, but that's not the story of it all. These players have done very well over the course of the season, playing with their other respective teammates, hopefully looking to find that here as Void puts a pass out center, but a little bit too wide, and Lightning can only touch it towards the corner. But Hobo now calm, collected, but no, not enough boost to go up and challenge that. Void will get it back out center. Kismet now with the read off Void's miss. Lightning has to come back and get a save. The savior here for him. And now just as we are crossing with a minute remaining, the Sharks still up 3-0. The Shadow have shot a fair amount, 8 shots for them, but the Sharks have 6 saves on that. Now, here's the Shadow looking to try and get some ball possession here. Void gets down underneath Hobo, goes for the boost and chooses to back off. And now it's going to be Lightning playing his own ball into the corner. That's a pass across net. Lightning will get the save and the block out to the corner. 30 seconds remaining here on the clock. Mobegs, what do you think the Shadow need to do looking forward into the future games?
Well, like you're saying, I don't think they have a chance in this game, being down 3 goals with seconds just ticking off and ticking off. So coming into these next games, I think they need to maybe slow down their pace a little bit, moving maybe too quickly to keep up with their own kind of unfamiliarity with themselves, being a new pairing. So maybe look for them to slow it down, keep the ball in front of them, get their challenges more smart, and keep Hobo off the ball because he seems to be able to put that ball in whenever he wants.
Yeah, pretty much. It did seem like Kismet had the good pressure on that led to Hobo's 3rd goal there. But in the end, it was the Shadow who put themselves in that position, either being over aggressive or just not being able to pressure, the miscommunication leading to that 3rd goal. They did have a good amount of saves, 7 saves here for them, as well as 9 shots. It's just the quality of, they were putting shots on, yes, but the quality of those shots is really what remains to be untested so far.
Yeah, definitely look for them to bump up the quality of their shots. In our last matchup, the Bulls took a pretty crushing defeat in their first game, but they were able to up the intensity of their gameplay, get a lot more physical, and so maybe the Shadow, if they were watching the stream, they can take a little bit of that advice and be a little bit more aggressive in the coming games to turn this around for themselves.
And having been played against the Shadow myself, they are known at sometimes to get quite physical in order to try and put the pressure onto the other team. They've shown it many times before as well from other teams that they have played against, as well as just how they did play against us, albeit back in week 1, but still. Being aggressive is not something that either of these two teams are necessarily against, and almost encouraged at times.
Yeah, and I think that's just sort of the way that the meta of the overall Rocket League game is going. Be more aggressive, get those bumps in. That is one of the best ways, if not the best, to open up opportunities to get goals. As we look for both of these teams to get that going in game number 2.
Very much so, as the ball does start off. Hobo with an attacking chance. Void does shadow defend it and pick up the save. Now he's got himself a long boomy clear. That's going to come off the backboard, but Kismet does read it. Soft touch down out towards Lightning. No one touches it there. Lightning has a shot attempt. Will get the block down into the corner. Void mistouch, or misread there rather. Hobo is going to have an open net, but chooses to just dribble and flick. Does find it, but Kismet isn't able to find that quick shot there, and as that does progress, the Shadow looking to just try and get back into position, but Hobo will collect on it and put it right behind Void.
Now, I don't know how avoidable it's going to be to not have Hobo touch the ball throughout the rest of these games, but you see it there. He touches the ball, and it just happened to go into the net. It's kind of crazy. I don't know how that happened.
Generally, that is how you score Mobegs, but especially for a player like Hobo, he's very good at being able to control the ball when he wants to. So trying to give early pressure or make him in an awkward situation, that could be what is needed by the Shadow in order to get him off of his own game. But in the meantime, it's going to be Kismet now, getting a flick of his own, shot on net. He gets the bump as well, and that finds goal number 2 for the Sharks.
Now that is definitely a Balls Garana Play of the Week nominee if I've ever seen one. Gets the flick and then gets the bump on the back wall to slot that one in. The Sharks take a 2-goal lead.
And so far the Sharks seeming very comfortable here with these two. Against these two new Shadow teammates, they have been on the team pretty much all season, just haven't played together, maybe being saved for these final few matchups. But as it is, the chemistry looking a little bit rough as they have still yet to score a goal as the series progressed, and we're nearly 6.5 minutes, almost 7 minutes in. But now it's Void playing this ball out towards the side. Kismet will have the read. He's going to have the boost and possession. He's just going to look to try and go for a block. He does not get it as Lightning gets the save. Lightning picking up a bump on Hobo. Hobo still is able to recover, get it towards center. Now Void will leave it for Lightning as Lightning just looks to possess, takes it to the corner. He's going to try and look for a centering pass. No, he looks for the bump, and no one was able to read that. Hobo missed out on the touch. Kismet went out for boost, and that's goal number 1 to the Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow finally finding a goal after nearly 8 minutes of gameplay there. They get themselves onto the board, and it could not have come sooner as they only have 3 minutes left to get this tied. Plenty of time still, but the way that the Sharks are playing, they're going to need at least a couple more, I think, to stay ahead in this game. Very
much so, but as I always like to say, all it takes is one goal to just start, and especially in a series on stream, you need that. You just need a goal, and to get your, supposed to be like, okay, we're fine. And a good save there by Lightning, allowing that ball to not go off the backboard freely, but Hobo waiting on the other side now. That's an upfield pass. Kismet will cut it off, and that's going to force Void to take possession here. Touch off the sidewall. Now he's going to look for a centering pass. He does so, gets the ball out, but Lightning just a little bit too far close. Elects to back off as Kismet dribbles. He gets the bump once more, but Void does pick up another save here. Now, this could be an open net chance as Void gets the ball, and great help there from Lightning getting the demo on Hobo, and the game all tied up.
Yeah, I'm convinced that the Shadow have a live feed of our cast here. Just like I said they needed to. They're coming out with bumps, they're coming out with demos, and they have tied this game up with 2 minutes left.
Very much so, and it is anyone's game here at this point. So that ball is going to free for a free shot for Lightning, and he's going to capitalize.
Not even letting you get a chance to start your cast. Not the Lightning, but Lightning puts that one in lightning fast. There was only about 2 seconds off the clock by the time that one went in.
Just like that, in just a minute, the Shadow have turned this around from 2-goal deficit to a 1-goal advantage. Now Void gonna look to try and make it even more of it. As Lightning plays this ball back in center off the clear from Hobo. Kismet, soft touch towards the side. Hobo now has full control, just chooses to boom that down towards field. He's got the corner bounce as well, but blocked away. As Lightning now gonna try and push on it. Both of the Shadow caught up a little bit. Hobo could have a free chance to shoot, but Void picks up the save. Lightning, a little bit of a fancy aerial there to get the ball away from Hobo. As Kismet gets the clear. Hobo now we've got a minute and 20 remaining. Shadow up by 1 here in this game number 2. Now it's just mind games coming out time and time again from the Sharks, looking to try and put this pressure on them. But Void will respond with a monster of a flick. But the ball goes wide. Kismet gets the demo. This could be an open net chance should Hobo be able to get back in time, but that's a dunk down towards center. Under a minute remaining. Oh no, that was a pre-jump coming out from Lightning, and Kismet's gonna find the pass and tie the game back up.
After the Shadow didn't score on that wide open net, I did not expect the Sharks to come down and put in a wide open net of their own, but here we are with a tie game, less than a minute left.
Very much so, in an awkward position there from Lightning. Thought the ball was going to bounce up. Instead, it bounces out off of Hobo's touch. But now 3-3 with just under 35 seconds remaining. It's going to be Lightning taking control of this towards his own corner. He's got to buy time in order for Void to get back, and he does so. That ball is going to drop awkwardly. He's got to get the block. He does so, but just barely. As Hobo picks up a bump. Kismet now on control. Backflips here. It's going to allow Lightning to control here. Now Lightning off the sidewall. Hobo getting another touch towards the corner. Ball gonna drop down in front of net. That's gonna go wide, and Void will make sure it does do so ever more so slightly. And with 1 second back on the clock, they could try to look to keep the ball up, but Kismet will say no, kill the ball, and we've got overtime in game number 2.
Yeah, this should be an exciting overtime. I'm happy to see that the Shadow are showing some signs of life, and they are making this game, or this series rather, very competitive.
And especially in a time where all the series will be competitive. Playing against your only divisional opponents, but early save coming out from the Sharks. Kismet gets a dribble out, but Lightning gets the block. Now Void with a shot attempt. He's got a free shot, but Hobo ready for it. Gets the save. He's going to follow this up the sidewall, take a touch. He's going to look to try and put this center, but Lightning will get the block. Void, Hobo, pinch it all the way down. That's going to force Kismet back. Lightning gets a touch down towards Void, but Void just waiting right behind him. And we've seen this time and time again, Mobegs, where Lightning will try and look to pass this out, but Void is just relaxing behind him in the midfield, not waiting for that pass.
Yeah, maybe that's a lack of trust on the side of the Shadow as we see that ball go very close to going in. Void looks to finish it up, and he does with a double touch. Not in the air, but on the ground. Void takes game 2.
And a good demo there by Lightning. Frees the ball up for Void. He's able to play that freely off that near post and in. That will take game number 2 in favor of the Shadow.
Yeah, that was absolutely insane. The Shadow come to life. I can't believe that they put on such a show and were able to get that. It seemed like they kind of had all of their momentum and any sort of positive gameplay sapped out of them after that game 1 loss. And they were looking pretty sluggish in game 2, but they came alive and were able to get the victory in overtime.
And very huge showing here coming out from Void, picking up the hat trick as well as almost a double savior medal here against the Sharks here in game number 2. But with that being said, both teams looking to be very strong here, and especially with the wildcard standings the way that it is. The Shadow currently holding onto that spot just barely below the Tyrants and the Flames, just by strength of schedule and head-to-head. But now they're looking to try and get it up. The Sharks, 4th in their division, looking to come back in the series, or looking to come back into the wild card race.
Yeah, this is definitely important for all the teams that we've seen here tonight. The Shadow looking to maintain their position in the standings, and the Sharks looking to be disruptors and shake up that wild card standing selection, which is not standing on very solid ground right now. As we've already seen, the games we've had have shaken that up, and they will continue to shake that up with the games we've got going on tonight, as we now have a best of three as we head into game 3 here.
Very much so, and it could go either way based off of these first 2 games. That's an awkward touch there by Void, and Hobo gonna look to try and play this out, but it does get cleared away. That's a mistouch by Lightning, though. Kismet shot just off the post as well. Hobo gonna look to try and control it, look for a back pass maybe of sorts. Essentially just keep the possession, but Lightning does respond here with a demo of his own as the Shadow push into net, shot by Lightning. That's going to be easily saved by Hobo. Now high pop, Void forced up into the air. Ball played towards center. So right now it is going to be pretty much a deadlock here as we're starting into game 3, but the Sharks pushing this ball further and further. Good bump there by Lightning, disrupts the shot from Hobo, and the block on the shot from Kismet. So good pressure coming out from the Sharks, being able to stop what the Sharks have been doing against this Shadow team. And right now,
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the Lightning the Shadow are getting out and getting these midfield challenges that are just completely disrupting the Sharks' offense. They haven't been able to get anything going in this game. As they look to do that now, Void gets another huge save, and that's going to go all the way down for them.
Yeah, and a soft touch there coming out from Hobo allowed for another chance from Void, but he just plays it to the corner instead. Now Void with a shot attempt, he will get it on target. Kismet with the great save, plays it out to the corner. Now, Kismet looking to just control it here, gets it by one. No, Lightning gets the block in time, gets the dunk around Hobo as well. Just needs one more touch, he does get it, but Hobo pops it back up and high. Void just coming so close, yet so far here. Now Kismet plays it high, gonna try and look for the outfield pass. He does so, and Hobo will find it. What a pass coming out from Kismet.
Yeah, Hobo streaking up midfield, was in perfect position to catch that just before it hit the ground. Void trying to get back is unable to, and that's going to be a 1-0 game lead here for the Sharks.
They've got the lead, but Shadow continuing to press here. They've got an open net chance unless Hobo can get back. He does get back just in time, blocking Lightning's attempt. Now Kismet's just going to play this ball up the field. Both Shadow in the corner could be dangerous. As Void able to get this long booming clear. And right now it's going to be Hobo playing this ball out center as he gets dunked. That's a demo in favor of the Sharks, and it looks like Lightning wasn't even pushing towards it, but Kismet will find that far post.
Yeah, and it seemed like Lightning didn't notice that his teammate had been demoed. That's not really something that you expect when you're on the offensive zone like that. He's not able to get back, and the Sharks have a comfortable 2-goal lead now.
Indeed, here now is another demo. Will open it up here as a great demo by Kismet onto Lightning, and back-to-back goals for offensive demos turns into counterattack goals here for the Sharks.
Yeah, we were at a stalemate there for about the first 3 minutes, first 2.5 maybe. And now we're just seeing the floodgates open and the Sharks are taking over in this game 3.
Very much so, and the floodgates starting to open up here again, like you did mention. And it's no fault of the Shadow here. It's just the Sharks being able to take advantage of just the demolitions, the holes that they are causing. Right now they're putting the pressure on. 3 saves back to back to back for the Shadow, as Kismet's gonna look to try and push this out center. Lightning gets the block, disallows that, pushes this ball upfield. He's got speed as well. Needs to get a demo. He does, and looks like
I'm not sure what happened there. It
own
seems
goal?
like, yeah, that was definitely an own goal. confusing the broadcast for sure. I'm not exactly sure why he did that. That was kind of weird.
Maybe thinking that there was a player behind trying to force it out, but it's okay. They almost got it back there, but they have another chance as Hobo finds the back post, and he'll make it up and get a hat trick.
Near miraculous effort there from Void. Gets one save, but can't quite get back. And Hobo is going to slot another one in. He takes his hat trick with grace.
Very much so. And right now, it is going to be the Sharks up by 3 still as Void looks to get that ball out center to Lightning. Gets blocked away by Kismet. Hobo's going to have an upfield pass. Turned into more of a shot here as we've got 1:20 remaining. And it's going to be the Shadow finding themselves with another goal. Just the soft clear coming out from the Sharks. Allows for a good hard shot from Void to open up and find it. 2-goal deficit here with 1:16 remaining. They still got time. They just need to be able to capitalize, and chances like that are definitely the way that's going to work for them.
Yeah, Shadow are definitely surging here in the latter part of the game, trying to get this back into control for themselves. As we see the Shadow getting demoed there and cutting all offensive opportunities out.
And it's hard to score, definitely, if you aren't on the field, but as it does stand, the Shadow continuing to press as Lightning Shot goes off and wide, but he does get that corner boost, which could be clutch. Kismet now trying to push up, but Void cuts him off. Gets that pass out center. Lightning was already up though, and that's awkward because Kismet will find the goal off the touch from Hobo. And that's a 3-goal lead once again.
Yeah, that was definitely awkward there for the Shadow. You can't fault them necessarily for going for something like that. They were down 2 goals, now 3. That's sort of the risk you take when you try to up your aggression and intensity in these games.
And especially against the Sharks, who seem to be a very patient team as this series has been progressing. There we go, double commit coming out from the Shadow. Kismet, all he has to do is control it, just a hard touch, and he's going to try and follow this here with an aerial. Squash it against the backboard. Does get cleared out into the corner, and Void now going to be able to push the ball. Continues to play that into the corner. Lightning right behind him. Pop over one. No. Hobo will pick up the save, and with the on-screen countdown coming and the ball going towards their own net, it is going to be the Sharks taking game number 3, 5-2.
Yeah, the Sharks had a couple of pretty good-looking opportunities as we see Hobo getting the own goal badge there. That was definitely an own goal. We didn't slip into some sort of dream state where the goals flip-flopped. But we saw the Sharks not necessarily taking advantage of the last few opportunities there as the game was already decided. The Sharks look to continue the momentum. We're heading into game 4. And they are going to look to close out this series.
And definitely look at, like we did mention with the current standings that the leagues are in. Sharks currently sitting at 4th in their division behind the Shadow and the Flames by 4 games itself, who both hold wildcard positions currently after what did happen with the Bulls versus Dodgers. But with this game, with each game coming and going, and the Sharks picking up as many wins as they can, just chipping back at it is a great way to try and get into this wild card race, which stays as close as ever.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it looks like server's dead for me. But it looks like the Sharks definitely the ones that are wanting this more, finding themselves outside of the wild card position. They are looking to get this series win, and they are well on their way to doing just that.
Very much so.
And I'm going to leave them come back.
And then as we do get this game number 4 started, it is going to be the Shadow winning it here off kickoff as Lightning plays the ball center. Kismet gets this ball out and away. And Hobo going to be able to follow this one up. Plays it out center here for his teammate. Lightning fakes out on the touch, and it's going to be Void being able to collect this. Kismet does win the challenge that he couldn't have himself an open net if he shoots quick enough, but Void gets back in time. Lightning now with the touch more out towards the wide parts of this field. So we're through the first 30 seconds. No goals yet. No shots yet either as well. As Void gonna be able to look out, and there's a shot from Lightning, and he'll find himself the top left corner. What a goal.
What a goal. Most likely that it was, as I am not yet back into the match. I am doing everything that I can to get back, because I would like to see the conclusion of this game here.
Very much so, and it was a great soft touch pass from Void that Lightning ended up reading perfectly. But now, as we do continue to push on here through near the conclusion of the first minute, the shot, the clear attempt from the Shadow, not going to end up working, and it will be Kismet finding this touch. Lightning going for a little bit of an air dribble, does not work out for him, and Kismet finds that upper shelf into the goal, finds the tying goal here with 4 minutes remaining. Right now, it is going to be Kismet pushing this ball into the half off kickoff as Lightning gets a controlled touch. Kismet plays that back over his head as the Shadow looking to control this ball. They do get a hard and powerful touch, but so does Hobo as he gets one on net. Void with the save. And now it's going to be a shot attempt here from Kismet, and that's just a high floater that pops right on in. And the Sharks take the lead off the floater from the outside. Neither of the Shadow being able to read that. Void thought that was going to go off the crossbar and away. Instead, it just finds itself off the tip and right on in. 2-1 in favor of the Sharks here in game number 4. Here off kickoff, the ball goes off the Sharks' backboard, however. Void with a shot attempt. Hobo with the save. And looking to push this up. First 90 seconds are here and gone. The Sharks still in the lead, but Lightning here gonna go look for a demo once again on Hobo, but Hobo jumps it, reads it. Now he's gonna be able to get this ball clear for his team as Lightning pushing this ball further into the corner. It's gonna be Void versus Kismet. Kismet loses out on the challenge, but it's right out towards his teammate in Hobo. Now Kismet pass upfield towards the side wall as Void takes control of it. Gets a long booming clear. That's going to be just off, however. Lightning was waiting for the pass. Unfortunately, it just went right on over him. And now the Shadow still down by 1 here with 2:40 remaining. As Lightning is going to look to try and control this. He does get it by 1. Kismet has a shot, however, and that's going to result in a hat trick. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We do have Mobegs back on the field. Or well, back in the match. But now, as we do continue, the Sharks continuing to just punish on these small mistakes that Shadow do end up making. Now they're just gonna have to look to play more aggressively, and it's gonna pay off for them as Void finds the pass off the backboard. Lightning finds the shot in.
All right, and I am officially back, folks. I am so sorry about that, Wolf, and I am so sorry about that stream. That was an intense shot there from Lightning as he slots that in there. Down by 1 now.
Down by 1, and here we go. As it's going to be Void getting this ball. He's gonna have control. Could have a shot on target. He does. Lightning was cheating up on the left side, so this ball could find itself all the way. He does find the save, however. Hobo, accidental touch. This is going to lead to an open net, and Void is going to sink it. And that will be tying goal here with 3-3.
Yeah, and Hobo, his own worst enemy, again, essentially putting this one in for the Shadow. We have a tie game, and this game is just getting started now. We're basically at the beginning again with 2 minutes left.
Back at the beginning, but we do have 2 minutes remaining here now. As Void has another shot attempt here off kickoff. Kismet's not able to find that, and the Shadow have come roaring back, and they're now up by 1.
Kismet maybe thinking like I was that ball was just a little bit too high. It dips below, seeming like it had curve, and the Shadow now find themselves in the lead with just over 2 minutes left here.
Very much so. The Shadow find themselves in the lead, and they seem to be playing even more calm, more, albeit aggressive, but they seem to be, the chemistry starting to figure itself out here in game number 4. That's definitely what they need, as the Sharks looking to try and take the series win and inch ever closer back to their division rivals here in the Shadow. Now the Sharks get a pass out center, but Hobo was trying to look for the boost, not able to turn around in time. So the Shadow able to get this clear only as far as Kismet, who's able to challenge again. Hobo off the sidewall is going to loft a shot towards net. Void will get the clear. We've got a minute 20 remaining here, as Lightning able to get it past 1, not by 2, as Hobo backs off. Now it's going to be Hobo playing this ball out towards center. He's doesn't have a second touch, but that's a double commit by the Shadow. Lightning does get the touch though. That's going to be off the post. And it's going to be Hobo playing this out center. Lightning now with a second chance. But cleared away by Kismet. Void keeping the pressure on this Sharks team. They do not want to lose here in game 4, and they're going to keep all the pressure they can if they have to. Lightning with a double tap, and he'll find himself a hat trick.
What a play here by Lightning. Gets the perfect touch off this ball, gets the double tap over the defender, and if that's not a play of the week, I give up.
Definitely, and make sure to submit your plays of the week, sponsored by Balls Guarana. That was definitely a highlight-worthy play. But now it is going to be the Shadow in control here of this game for game number 4. They've got a 2-goal lead, and they're looking for more. But now it's going to be Kismet looking to try and catch up to this ball with Void. Ball does drop towards the corner. Lightning more than happy to just let this ball drop, waste more and more time. As the countdown now on clock, Kismet misses out on the shot. This game is gonna go to the Shadow. And here we go into a deciding game number 5 as the Shadow take game number 4.
Yeah, and the Sharks looking like a shadow of their former selves in this game. They got absolutely dominated on the ball. They were outshot 10-4 here. So they are definitely going to need to make some readjustments if they're going to look to close out this series. This is very, very interesting heading into these wildcard standings here.
Especially with how Kismet shot very well, but apart from those 3 opening goals from the Sharks, they just weren't able to get anything else going, whereas Void, along with Lightning, just combined together for that team effort. Void 100% goal participation, 2 goals, and the playmaker Lightning with the hat trick. And that's all they really needed here, and the players don't want to be waiting any longer. Let's get them right on into game number 5. What are you trying to look for from the Sharks and Shadow? You know, who do you think is going to win here, Mobex?
Well, I can't really say. Having missed the first part of that game and sort of seeing what developed for myself, it's going to be hard for me to make a decision, but that was quite the win there from the Shadows, so I'll definitely expect for them to be coming out hot out of the gate here.
Personally, for me, I am more partial towards the Sharks just because the Shadow and the Flames do share the same record. I'd personally like to see them below us after this week. So I would like to see the Sharks pick up the win here in game 5, but only the next 5 minutes will tell, as Kismet's going to look to try and control this ball downfield. Now it's going to be Hobo playing this ball center, light shot. Lightning will pick up the save. Will pick up the boost, but he's going to be facing towards own net. Does have the dribble, gets it by 1, gets the demo on the other, but it's in the corner. Void playing this out center, looking to get the dunk, does so, but it's out and away towards the outside of the field. Ball stuck in the air. Void just going to play this high and in the air. He's going to have his boost stolen though, and he's going to be caught with low. As Hobo puts on the pressure, both teams not really getting any quality chances, but they are looking to try and be more physical as this game progresses.
Yeah, no real big opportunities here as that ball goes screaming in front of the goal. Very good by Lightning there to keep that out. We are seeing some pretty good pieces of ball control as Void is able to easily stop that one as well.
And it looked like Kismet was going for the flip reset shot there right as he was about to hit that. But that's an infield pass, but the shot weak. Hobo, no boost, is able to get the block and just be able to recover in time. Kismet now off the ceiling, not able to find that touch. As we approach 90 seconds here into this game, still a 0-0 game as Void on the dribble. He's gonna still have ball possession, but he's not able to put that shot towards net. Kismet's gonna have a clear. That's going to find itself off the backboard. Can he find the follow-up touch? He can, but that's just wide as Lightning gets the clear. Hobo playing this ball back out center. Stemo. There's no shot from Kismet, though. And
wow, we finally see the ball find the back of the net, and that is not at all what I was expecting. Lightning had that ball stolen off the hood of his car while he was in mid-air. Hobo puts that one in with authority.
Very much so. And that's after the ball just being straight in front of that nut. You thought it was going to have to come off of a team play or a demo play. Instead, Lightning just has the ball taken off of him. And here we go with just 3 minutes remaining here. We've still got plenty of time for the Shadow to come back here in this game. As Void, he's going to take possession. He just chips that ball away. It's going to go right towards Hobo. Kismet now on the follow-up. Hobo just going to be waiting out in midfield to see what happens. He's got a shot attempt. Lightning does have the save. Kismet is not going to be able to find that block. Hobo's on 0 boost, but he's caught up to the ball in time. He's going to dodge the demo as well. Dodge it again, and he still remains control of the ball possession as that ball goes straight across. And that sort of play, that is going to favor the Sharks because they don't have to force themselves for a goal. The Shadow, they're needing to find a goal here in order to keep the series win alive. That's a shot attempt. Kismet doesn't find the clear though, and Lightning will tie it up.
Yeah, that is definitely a touch that Kismet wishes he could have back. Not quite able to read that bottom corner, and that's just going to bounce up and past him and going to be an easy shot in for the Shadow.
And here off kickoff, it is going to be Hobo taking possession of this ball. Does get it by 1, and that is all he needed here. Just gets the dribble and pops that just behind Void here on defense. Great goal here, and the Sharks retain the lead once more.
Yeah, that was a little nice piece of car control there from Hobo, as we've seen time and time again throughout this game. He seems to be one of the most mechanically gifted players on the field, both on his end of the field and his opponent's end of the field. And we continue to see that here. They're up 1-2.
Up with the lead indeed, but Lightning now looking to try and push this ball up the field, but met by Kismet. Kismet's gonna have a chance to push this out. Lightning versus Hobo. Hobo does get the block. Now Void pinches that out. Lightning going for the bump here on Kismet, keeps the pressure and is just looking to be annoying to this Sharks defense. But he misses out on the touch, and that's gonna allow Hobo. He's got a shot attempt potentially. He just lofts one on just out of boost. Void picks up the Savior medal, however. And it's gonna be Hobo being able to take control of this ball. 1 minute remaining on the clock. Lightning does get the clear out and away high. He misses out on the touch. That's gonna allow Kismet to get to the ball first before Void puts the shot just wide. Void picking up the corner boost, gets it by 1. He's gonna try and pop this ball out center. Lightning is up. He's got the shot. He'll find it behind the defender. And that is all tied up here with 37 seconds remaining.
Little bit of confusion here from Kismet, not knowing where the shot was going to come from. Had to anticipate both outcomes, not able to do so effectively. And this game is tied. We have 37 seconds, and it looks like we're going to have overtime.
And especially with how Lightning has been shooting, he can place that ball pretty much anywhere. But there's a pinch between the two Sharks players, and that is going to put themselves back in the lead once more. What a pinch from Hobo and Kismet, finding it down and in past the Shadow.
Yeah, blink and you'll miss it. The Sharks just took the lead for everybody watching at home. They have 30 seconds left to hold this lead, and they will take the series win.
They've got to hold on to it as Lightning picked up the demo on one, not on the other, and Kismet will waste more time by just booming that ball downfield. Hobo just plays this down towards the corner. They don't need to be aggressive here, but Hobo does miss out on that boost. Could be dangerous here as Lightning puts a shot on. He's going to find the back post and a hat trick, and the game is all tied up once more.
I cannot believe the Kismet didn't get back to save this. It wasn't that quick. It wasn't that powerful, but the placement was perfect for Lightning. We have a tie game, and now I can say with confidence, overtime is coming.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
But as the ball is going to be lolling in the corner, that ball's played out. It's rolling towards the midfield. We do have a decisive Game 5 overtime. And as both players miss the kickoff here, it's going to be Void taking possession. He's got the touch, but Hobo's got the save. Lightning now with possession. Kismet gets that ball out towards his teammate. Hobo, no boost, is going to have to pick up this corner. Does so. Gets the dunk out center. That's going to be Lightning. Lightning will find it. And that is goal number 4 for him on this game. And they will find the series 3-2.
Heartbreak here for the Sharks as the Shadow get the series win. They get the 2 games, but that isn't going to be enough to get this victory today as the Shadows, seemingly coming from behind that whole entire series, are going to take the win and the position in the playoff rankings.
Very much so, and that 3-2 win means they'll still look to hold on to their wild card standing spot currently before this week, sitting in a 3-way tie between the Tyrants themselves and the Flames. But now, after the results of some of these matches, it could easily shift up and they could be out or they could be in. Just depends on what does end up happening. But the Shadow looking to do everything they can for the Sharks. They've got a couple rough weeks next week. First up against, I believe it is the Flames, and then the Pandas to end out their season, to look to try and get back into the wild card standings or to play spoiler. But that will do us here for the games. We do, however, ladies and gentlemen, have a logo reveal to do. So stay tuned and you'll see what that is right here.